Hey buddy, Crow here, and just waiting for the Evercade Showcase Volume 4 to start. It's going to start in a couple minutes here. I wasn't really planning on doing a reaction video to this as it was going to stream or air or or premiere. That's the word I'm looking for. But I had some time to do this and set it up, and nothing's kind of blocking my way of doing this, I suppose. So I guess we'll just look into this. I guess this is these Evercade reaction videos is something I used to do for a while, and then I stopped doing them. Got really busy. I don't really plan on, spending a whole lot of time editing this video. Oh, it's gonna start in 60 seconds. So we'll just see how this goes. I kind of figured this might be a good one to do a video on because this is really their 5th anniversary. So it'll be interesting to see if what they come out with. I mean, the one that they did last month, it wasn't really a showcase. Maybe it was a showcase. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was kind of overhyped for what it was, I think, ultimately being, and I'm kind of glad I didn't really do a video on it. But I'm hoping this one has a little bit more substance to it. Oh, here comes 2. All right, what we got?
Peggy 16.
Okay, what's that in
Hello, and
real
welcome
ratings?
back to the Evercade Showcase. We're here to celebrate 5 years of Evercade and bring you some more great announcements
Evercade
of
V.
things that are coming this year. But if you haven't been here for the last 5 years, then let us take you on a quick trip down.
No, I have
memory
been. Let's fast forward
This
past
handheld
this.
was really designed by people who understand the retro gaming market and how important physical media is.
There's soon to be a new retro gaming console on the market.
Okay,
That's the
yeah,
Evercade
MVS.
Versus. I do think
That's
this
really the
is
only
a
thing I do
good
play on.
retro gaming product. I think it's a fantastic package offering a value experience.
Now we've got the Evercade EXP. There she is right there. They
There
really
you go.
upped it with this
XP.
one. So let's check
It
this
does have the
thing out
Capcom
real
games
quick.
on.
The D-pad
Hopefully
is
we get
very
some Capcom games
responsive.
on a
All the
cartridge
buttons
one
feel
day,
nice.
you know?
Wow. I did need to take a look at this Blaze Super Pocket, and what a little gadget it is.
Oh,
The
I did that
Evercade
Neo Geo one I
DSR.
ordered that
plug
we'll
this
see
in
if I
and try it
actually
out
get.
just for a quick minute. It's neat being able to just plug in a cartridge. I like that.
The Evercade Alpha, it is a bar top.
Oh, am I
arcade.
watching Metal Jesus Rocks here? What's going on?
Evercade started in 2020 with 10 cartridges and 176 games on one handheld system. By the end of 2025, there will be over 60 cartridges and over 600
Really? Okay.
games across
And
multiple
I maybe have played.
Evercade compatible systems.
Maybe I'll get
And since
caught up
day
one day.
The thing that unites all of those systems, all of the players, all of the fans and communities is still the one same thing. A physical cartridge
Yes,
with
we
a
know
full
what
colour
it is.
manual, all inside a case that looks great on your shelf. Classic,
hopefully more
physical
realistic than
retro
that.
gaming experience the way it should be. We've got a lot to come during this showcase, including a lot of new cartridges
A
that will
lot.
be coming
How long
in
is this gonna be?
2025. But before
got
we
work to get
there,
back to.
let's show you another way to play them.
Peggy 12.
Okay, what's this going to be? Another way to play them? Yeah, the Alpha. Okay, it's nothing new. We know this. Are they going to have another new Alpha? Is that what they're going to announce here? What's going on? If they're going to announce a new one, my bets would be on a Neo Geo Alpha. It's the only logical choice. And if that's the case, I'd sell the one I have and get the Neo Geo one, but... What? Okay, they're doing a Taito one. Okay. It's the bubble wall thing really... really messed me up a little bit there. Okay, how about a Taito cartridge, Cartridge? Then I don't need to get a new Alpha. I could get the cartridge and play those games on it, Yeah, you just said that. But, this is probably some video that they're going to post separately. Okay, so it's just the Taito one? All right. That's something I know I'm not going to need to spend money
Evercade
on.
Alpha is back. This new Taito edition.
I would have
features
never
10
guessed the Taito
games,
one,
including
to be
all
honest.
of your favorites: Bubble Bobble, Space Invaders, Rastan, the New Zealand story, Puzzle Bobble,
Mhm.
elevator action, and more. And of
And
course,
more.
fully
Not
compatible
gonna
with
tell
all
us what that
Evercade
is?
cartridges. All of this in
How
an
many more?
officially licensed Taito design with swappable marquees,
And the rest?
just like the Alpha you know. This new Evercade compatible bar top arcade will release in November 2025.
Are they
and
gonna
until
do
it
a,
comes out, it will be
deluxe edition
available
one,
at
or
a
is it just
special
gonna be this one
pre-order
standard?
price of £199.99, €229.99,
Standard retail
and
pricing, meaning, hey, if we're still
Pre-orders
doing
for this
10%
new
tariffs at that
Evercade
point,
Alpha Taito
you're gonna
edition
have to pay an
open
extra
on May the
25
30th.
bucks.
That's tomorrow. There'll also be more Evercade Alpha Street Fighter and Mega Man Edition stock coming this year. So if
Okay.
you haven't had the chance to get your hands on an Evercade Alpha, now is the time.
Now I
to
have had
change
my
the
hands
game.
on one. Thank you.
Taito may be quite familiar to those of you that have a Super Pocket system. But
Yes.
for Evercade, they're a brand new partner. And
But the
over
fact that
last 5
The
years,
Evercade
we've
takes
had the
cartridges. How many
privilege
people are
of
going to
being
be
able to publish
buying
collections
multiple
on physical
alphas?
cartridges
Really, just
and on
put
our
them games
hardware
on cartridge,
from some
and
of
then
the
I'd be able to
greatest
play
names
them
in
on
gaming.
one
But we've also been
Alpha.
able to provide a spotlight to some of the games that people may not have discovered. Everything from small, modern retro indie games to larger budget productions to
Okay, come
forgotten
on.
gems. And all
Yep.
of this has
Mhm.
been available to us thanks to our partners, IP owners, and licensors that we've worked with. We'd just like to say thank you to
You're
all of
welcome.
our
Oh, wait, that
partners
wasn't to
for
me.
the
Never
last
mind.
5 years of Evercade.
A lot of these games I haven't gotten to yet.
Speaking of partners, let's move on to some new ones, hey?
Okay.
Earlier this year, in the previous Evercade Showcase, we revealed our new products with Neo Geo. The
Yes,
Super
you
Pocket Neo
did.
Geo Edition is still available
So,
for pre-order right now. and
this
it will
was
be
almost a
released
given
in
that they'd
June
be
2025.
showing off
The
maybe
first
some new Neo
arcade
Geo stuff,
cartridge for
SNK
Evercade
stuff.
will now be available to pre-order tomorrow, May the 30th, and it will release
Oh,
in
that's
August
right.
2025.
I could have
But
swore I
that's not
pre-ordered it
all
already, but I guess I
Neo
didn't.
Geo that's coming this year.
All right, what
Peggy
else is coming
16.
here? More Neo Geo comes to Arcade. Yes. Arcade 2 and Arcade 3. Okay, yeah, there's gotta be a couple of them. More than a few. So we got here, it looks like Gyro, Mark of the Wolves, there's Metal Slug 2. I kind of still really wish they put all the Metal Slug games on one collection, all the King of Fighter games on one collection. Cross Swords isn't bad. Gyro, Mark of the Wolves, that's a Fatal Fury game. Ninja Commando, not bad. Sengoku 2. And then we got 3. Another Fatal Fury game in there. Metal Slug 3, okay. You're just spreading them out through all the cartridges. I don't know. I don't like that. But, I could kind of see why they do it for variety, I guess, on a cartridge. King of Fighters 97, Twinkle Star Sprites. I haven't seen King of Fighters 98, and I would have thought that would have been one they would have done by now, at least on the
Neo
first.
Geo Arcade 2 and 3 will
I-
be coming to
I don't
Evercade
remember
in
exactly which
October
ones
2025 with 6
are on,
Neo Geo games.
there's one on the
each
Super Pocket, I think, like
cartridge.
2000 or
Great titles like
2001.
Metal Slug 2 and 3, the King of Fighters 97.
I can't remember what King of
Galu,
Fighter
Mark
game
of
was
the
on
Wolves,
Arcade 1.
and more. Both collections
But
will
I know
be
it's not
available to
98.
pre-order from August
They
the
should have just
29th,
been like, here's King of
2025,
Fighters
and
98.
they will cost
Period.
£19.99, €24.99, or $29.99 each. But
Okay.
for now, let's turn our attention to something that's coming alongside the first Neo Geo Arcade cartridge collection this August.
Okay,
And
something
indie
alongside.
game fans, you won't want to miss this.
What did he say?
Peggy
I didn't catch
12.
that. Is this going to be the Adelpha? Were they kind of faking us out with the one Taito one? Wait a minute, what? Badger Punch Games? Award-winning Amiga indie game. What awards has it won? Comes to Evercade. Fight hideous monsters. Like every other game. Choose your hero. Okay. I mean, this so far looks like something that's going to be decent. Oh, we got that isometric view. Roguecraft DX. I'd like to say I've heard of Roguecraft, but this is not ringing any bells. It'll be interesting with the isometric view. The only problem with games that do isometric views are when you're controlling is up gonna go northeast or it's gonna go northwest, Or I was going to set up where you have to go diagonally, which is a lot harder than just going in the 4 cardinal directions. Honestly, I can get used to. I've played enough isometric games where I could get used to being like, okay, up is going to go northeast, and down is going to go southwest. All right, so whoa, it's a single game cart, huh? And it is the Amiga version. For some reason, I thought they were talking about some console port of this award-winning Amiga indie game, but I guess we're getting our second single game cart.
Roguecraft DX is the newest version of the award-winning game from Badger Punch Games, and it is the second solo release on Evercade, following on from the release
That's where
of
I've heard
the
of Badger Punch games
Full
before.
Void in 2023.
What makes them so special that they get cartridges all to themselves?
A bonus game that's available on Evercade systems right now. To tell you a little bit more about the game, who better than the developers themselves?
My name is Ricky Sickinger. I am the programmer of
This might
Roguecraft
actually
DX,
be
one half of
better,
Badger Punch
well, at least to me,
Games.
than Full Void.
I'm Henning Ludvigsen.
It's because
I'm
Full
the art
Void
guy
has
over
very
at
limited
Badger Punch
replayability.
Games. Badger Punch Games has been around since 2010. It's just me and Ricky making small retro-style games in our spare time.
Roguecraft DX is a casual yet challenging turn-based roguelike. Crafted
And the
fans
fact
of
this is a
classic
roguelike
dungeon
means
crawlers
it's going to
and
be
inspired by Lovecraftian
far more
horror.
replayable than Full Void.
Roguecraft DX is an evolution
I'd
of
say
the
that this game
Roguecraft
looks to
that
be
we
more
released on the
deserving
Amiga last
of
September,
being on a
which
cart by itself
was an
than
evolution
Full
from
Void.
Rogue 64.
By the way, Rogue 64 is also a secret game on Evercade.
Yes, it is.
Roguecraft DX is the next step
One
up
day I'll
from the
get to all
original
those secret
Roguecraft.
games.
A deluxe edition, built specifically with Evercade in mind.
We added more potions, more
Okay, so it's a
monsters,
custom
more room
custom
variations,
Evercade
and more
Amiga
music.
version of
A lot of features have
Roguecraft.
been improved or tweaked for smoother gameplay, and we've
Honestly,
also thrown in
this seems
some
like
brand
it
new
could be
ones.
really good. I really like
Now there's a high
roguelike
score table,
games.
a fun achievement system, and a whole bunch of awesome new music tracks.
Basically more of everything.
It's a big step up.
And this seems like a kind of
I
game that
can't
would be
wait to see
work
our
out
game
very
in the
well
hands of
on a
Evercade
handheld.
Players everywhere. We are really proud to represent the Amiga community on such an awesome retro system.
We've added lots of extra content to the game to make sure that
Yeah,
Evercade
I'm in
fans
for this
get
one.
something special.
Roguecraft DX will be available to pre-order from tomorrow.
$30
May the
game, huh?
30th.
Well,
And it will
$33
cost
if we're adding an extra
£19.99,
10% on it.
€24.99 or $29.99. This new single game collection will release in August 2025 alongside Neo Geo Arcade 1. Last time on the showcase, we announced brand new versions of the Evercade VSR and EXPR.
Yeah, which
These new solo
you didn't
products
really
are
need to
just the
do.
hardware, but bundles will be available from retailers with Evercade
Those look like
cartridges.
new colors
Well,
to
we can
me.
bring you some more information on these consoles right now. Pre-orders for these new consoles will open on June the 30th,
Yeah, they're
2025.
new
and
color
you'll be able
variants.
To get your hands on them when they release in September 2025. As for the pricing,
I've already got
the
3
Evercade
different
VSR
variants
Solo
of the
will cost
Evercade VS.
€89.99,
I don't need more.
or $119.99,
Unless it has a better
The
color
Evercade
scheme than the Atomic
EXPR
Edition,
Solo
which
will
I haven't
cost
seen yet.
£99.99, €119.99, or
Is that what they're actually going to call it? The EXPR
You'll be
Solo?
able to find out more about what cartridge bundles are available from your local Evercade retailers.
I hope they're just saying it's Solo because it's not
Speaking
being
of
bundled with
cartridges,
anything.
We've got 2 more to announce in this showcase.
Really? Only
so
2
let's
more?
get to them right now.
Peggy 16.
Okay, gonna knock my socks off? Probably not, but we'll see. There we go, finally! Taito cartridges. We've been waiting for, at least I've been waiting for Taito cartridges. This is halfway decent. Space Invaders, alright, finally. Bubble Bobble, I love Bubble Bobble. Check and Pop, yep. Colony 7, so familiar with that one. Don Dokodan, Growl, I love Growl. Pirate Pete, oh, that's Jungle Hunt. And I couldn't even read the logo of that one. Legend of Kage. Liquid Quids, not bad game. Alpines, I love these. I love scheme games in any form. Like that type. Then there's Elevator Action, Kiki Kai Kiki. Oh wait, was that I want to go back. I think that was like the predecessor to Pocky and Rocky. I think that's actually on the Super Pocket. New Zealand story, of course, yeah. Volfi, that's Kick's sequel.
Taito arcade games are not just available on Evercade hardware, but they're coming to
Thank you. So now we
Evercade
don't need to buy
cartridges
that
as
alpha
well for the
hardware.
first time.
We can just buy the
These two arcade
cartridges.
cartridge collections will feature 9 great games on each cartridge from the legendary developer. That includes Space Invaders, Bubble Bubble, Operation Wolf, the New Zealand story,
Operation Wolf,
Elevator
yeah.
Action,
Without a
Rastat,
light gun, yes.
and so many more.
The electric yo-yo.
Both collections will
Yeah.
release
I've
together
heard of a lot of
in
these games.
September
I
2025.
might have played a little
and
bit
you'll
of
be
all
able
of
to
them, but some of them
pre-order
stick
these
out to me more
cartridge
than
collections
others.
on July the 30th, 2025, and each collection will cost £19.99, €24.99, or $29.99.
Or
That's all of our product
$33.99
announcements
if you're in
today,
the
but
US.
there's
You'd
a
have to
couple
pay
of
tariffs.
surprises left to give you.
Okay, a couple more surprises. Okay, am I going to be really surprised? Let's see.
The original Evercade boot video is back. Following an update that will be available from tomorrow,
Do we get
you'll
to
be
choose
able
the
to
boot video
select
at least?
the original boot video as your boot video on your device. But that's not the only thing coming this anniversary.
that's
For new Evercade
interesting,
fans,
but
if you sign up
I think
to
I'm
our
gonna stick with the
newsletter,
more
you'll
current
not
one.
only get a free wallpaper, but also an exclusive code to use in the new coupon section of the Evercade menus. This will unlock a free bonus game. But don't worry, for anybody
what?
that's already signed up, we'll be sending you a code on email at the conclusion of this show. If you do want to sign up, simply
is this a
scan
free
the QR code on the
secret
screen
game?
now, or visit evercade.co.uk to get the latest news, releases, and
can I
our
get my
regular newsletter. And that's
No,
all for the
disappeared.
Evercade Anniversary Showcase. We'll be back later this year.
Okay, it
with a
wasn't
deep
too long,
dive on
but,
Roguecraft
I'm gonna
DX ahead
take a
of
look
its
at that
release, so you can find out
code
more
really quick.
about this new and exciting indie game. Don't forget, the Neo Geo Arcade 1 cartridge collection and Roguecraft DX will be available to pre-order from tomorrow.
Okay,
May
but
the
where
30th,
am I going to be able to
as
pre-order?
well
Am I
as
only
the
going to be able
new
to pre-order
Evercade
from
Alpha
Funstock,
Edition.
or am I going
But
to be
don't
able to
worry,
pre-order it
that's
from
not
place
it for Evercade
that
this
won't
year.
put a Peggy
With
logo on the
15
cartridge?
cartridges coming in 2025.
Maybe I'm
there's
spoiled
still
for
3 more
choice,
cartridge
but,
collections to go. We'll bring you
But
more
if I
news
had to
on them
choose, I
later in
choose
year.
the
But
version
for
of the
now,
game without the
thank
Peggy
you very
logo on
much
it.
for watching, and thank you for joining us for the last 5 years of this great journey of physical rediscovery into the golden ages of gaming.
Oh,
Remember
here,
to
let's
sign
hear
up
this
for our
again.
newsletter, follow us on social media,
why
or
am I-
subscribe to our YouTube channel to see the latest trailers
Okay.
and content about
What we got here?
Evercade. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
All right, so let's take a quick look. Some interesting things popped up here. Nothing mind-blowing. A couple of surprises, a couple non-surprises. I'll take a quick look through here again. Preview. See, we got that bubble, that the Taito Evercade Alpha, which that's kind of surprising. I'm surprised that they didn't go off the Neo Geo Evercade Alpha, but no, we get a Taito one. And what's even more surprising is that these games that are going to be built into this Evercade Alpha will be on cartridges, which is what I was actually complaining about when they were showing this. And then they, at the very end, they're like, oh yeah, here's the games on cartridges. Okay, yeah, so now I really don't need to buy this, which I wouldn't have done anyway. The way I look at it is you really only need one Evercade Alpha. If you have multiples of, I don't know what you're doing with them. You're just want to collect them all, I guess. But the whole point is the fact that you could add more games into it, change them out or whatever. So that kind of defeats the purpose of needing multiples of the alpha to begin with. So I don't know why there's just so many of them. What they should do, what would actually be nice, is instead of, I mean, it's, oh, you know what, that is shaped a little bit differently now that I'm looking at it than the one here. That's got a different shape to it. Look where your bezels are. The bezels actually, I don't think are as that big. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a smaller bezel. That's interesting. Part of me actually wants to get this and sell the Mega Man one. I kind of don't like the Mega Man theming on it, but again, I mean, those Mega Man Power Battle games are they're not on a cartridge. You're only on the alpha. Anyway, well, we'll see. Anyway, what I was saying is I just kind of assumed that this was the same shape as the other one. So I thought that what they should do is, maybe they wouldn't do it, but just purchase the sheets, vinyl sheets or something like that to overlay out the artwork. And then you've got your Taito one or something. It's just, to me, very awkward to have the Mega Man Alpha just because it's got Mega Man all over it. And even though there were those 2 Mega Man Power Battle games, and I'm sure the artwork is based off of those, it just seems weird because when you see Mega Man, you don't think arcade. Okay, so Garam, Book of the Wolves. There is no King of Fighters game on this one. Okay. But they did put so they do have 2 fighting games on this one. What about 3? King of the Fighters 97. Why 97? Oh, wow. Not saying it's bad or anything, but I'm just curious why they went with 97 over 98. Okay, it was the Taito Arcade 1 and Taito Arcade 2. There's the Roguecraft DX. Taito Arcade 1, we got Bubble Bobble, Space Invaders, Legends of Kage, Growl, Don Dokodan, Check and Pop, Pirate Pete, which is actually Jungle King, or what is the name? Jungle Hunt. It started out as Jungle King, but it looked too much like Tarzan. Even had the Tarzan yell, which is why they redid the graphics, and it became Jungle Hunt, which is probably the most popular iteration of this variant of the game. But for some reason, we're getting Pirate Pete. I wonder what the reason for that is. Pirate Pete is the least known of the 3 variants, as far as I know. This one, I don't know if I've ever heard of Raya Myas. Brave the labyrinth and save your brother in this all-out action maze chase game from Taito. And Colony 7. Okay, anyway, let's move on. That's Taito 2. Operation Wolf. Again, we had this on the Super Pocket. Maybe it'll play better with a joystick, but this is a light gun game in the arcade. So I don't see this being that great on the Evercade. Oh, there might be mouse support for this. Operation Wolf with mouse support, because we do have mouse support for some games on the Evercade. So Operation Wolf, mouse support, that could work very well on the VS. Or the Alpha. I think you could use that because it has USB ports. I assume you'd be able to use a mouse on it. New Zealand Story, Rastan, Elevator Action, Liquid Kids, Kiki Kai Kai. I believe this is on the Super Pocket. Yeah, so this is the precursor to Pocky and Rocky. Volfied it's Kicks. It's like a sequel to Kicks. And Alpine Ski. I do like those overhead, skiing games. We've seen them, like there's Activision skiing on the Atari 2600. There's Ski Free that was on Windows. That's a very popular one. I like those kind of games. So, we actually have something like that already on Evercade. It's on the Intellivision. I think the skiing's on one of the Intellivision collections. Electric Yo-Yo. I've seen this on MAME. I haven't played it enough to really remember a whole lot about it. But we're getting the cartridges they all announced. Can't complain about them. 2 more Neo Geo ones that finally getting the Taito ones. What would have been a little bit more mind-blowing is if they would have announced some actual Capcom cartridges, because we're getting Capcom only in hardware, or the original Evercade EXP, we had Capcom games in there. We got the 2 Capcom Evercade Alphas, one with Street Fighter games and one with Mega Man and other Capcom games on it. So Capcom cartridges would have been great, but it's still great to see the Taito ones finally. What would have been really great to see would have been some more Namco cartridges, because we finally got those Namco collections 1 and 2 working on the Evercade VS. They just unlocked that and made them playable. Didn't tell anybody about it, which is kind of surprising. But actually, not bad, not mind blowing. This whole what was it, showcase? Not mind blowing at the very least. We got what was expected. The surprising things was, one, we're seeing an Evercade Alpha that's not a Neo Geo one, and finally some Taito cartridges. That's about it. Wow. Yeah, probably I'll kind of work on editing this and posting it, I guess. Then I'll see y'all next time. Bye.